In this lesson, I'm going to write a Python program in which we will create a binary, file with name and roll number, and then search for a given roll number and display the name. If not found, then we will show appropriate message like user not found. At the end of this lesson, you will able to understand what is binary file, what how to use dictionary inside list object, able to use append method of dictionary object, then we will use file open method, then we will use a new module that is called pickle module that allow us to write and read the data in binary file. So pickle modules then able to write the binary data. We will use dump and load method, and then you use in operator to search for a given item or given roll number inside the list or item, and then we will use the for loop. So binary file, what is binary file? Binary file basically consists of the binary information. That is, the information cannot be readable. So it is represented in some encrypted textual information that can only be decrypted by their application or software. So binary file basically useful in that case where if you want to show, if you want to hide your confidential information and confidential, and you don't want to show those information directly by as a plain file as .txt file show. So in that scenario, application or user create the binary file. Okay, so binary file store information similar way as other file, but the information or the text or data consists in those files will not be understandable by humans or the normal eyes. Okay, binary files come with a different extension and format. So simple is .dat, okay, sometime in .exe, right? So these are the binary file. So basically the exe file and DLLs are also called binary files. So these are all the binary file information storing in this file format, in the binary format. Okay, now dictionary list. So here you can see that the requirement is we need to write the data, and the data is like a roll number and name. Okay, so this will be like dictionary format. So what we'll do here, if you notice that here the dictionary showing that the role will become our the key, and the name would be the value. Okay, the name would be the value. So you can see here the name would be the value. So in this way we will able to use these information, right? So now we will go to this program and see here line by line steps. In the first section, if you notice that I use the import statement to import the pickle, a Python library that allow us to read and write binary data, then count the number of students, take input number of students you want to add in that binary file. So I'm using the student count, and then create here a writable string object, and with the help of for loop I will be inputting those roll number and name, and then creating here a dictionary student, and then that dictionary student will be added in the writable list object, that is the and having. So this will sequence of operation will perform number of student count input by the user, and then once we appended this file, what we'll do, we will open the file, then in the like append and binary mode. So as I've shown that, and then we will call dump method. Dump method allow you to write the file in the file and then close the method. Now I use the print method to print the asterisk at the 50 times here and take user from input like string here, and then we'll load that file and then close it. I load all the content of the file in the list, and here I use as a list iterable and reading the record each by each and then comparing the record that roll number input by the user for the searching exists in this particular record number. If not, then move to the next. If found, then show the message roll number found, and if not found, then show the message. And then at the end we have to close the file, because here you can notice that I did not use the with keyword, and I use flat freeze the file. So now it's time to write this program using Visual Studio Code and be able to uh, uh, get the exposure, the what things you need to taking care and how to write this program. So let's jump there. So I'm inside the Visual Studio Code to write the Python program that create the binary file, read the data inside the binary file, and then we will search particular roll number and find that whether it exists or not. Okay, so first line is my comment about the program binary file operation. Now as I mentioned that I need to import pickle module that will allow us to you call dump and load method for the binary file. Okay, so I imported the file. Now I need to take input from user how many students you want to add it. So count equal to, okay, count which will take from input integer input from user. So I need to convert it to the integer, so I use call input, then I call input function to enter the student count. Okay, that's okay. Now it's time to create a writable object, because you cannot directly write the text inside the binary file. You have to use object collection. Okay, so this is object collection, that is the student list. Student list be my object collection that will write the entire student in the single shot. So this is the list which will be used adding the all the list dictionary item one by one. So what will happen? There will be student dictionary, student asterisk dictionary with a roll as a key and name as a value. Okay, roll as a key and name as a value we will create it. Okay, now so this is, and this will be added inside this list. Now I will use the for loop till this student count. Okay, the range function allow me to use the count value to convert it to the range of the now create a roll variable that will be taking input from user, that this once the input take from the keyword, that keyword value will be stored inside the roll local variable. So I am calling input function, and in this function I just put in the roll, then call name variable that will store the student name. Okay, so enter student name. Okay, now create a dictionary called student. Okay, and initialize this dictionary with roll number. Okay, with roll number value, sorry, roll number as a value, and roll, then name as a value. Okay, so this dictionary will have like a roll as a number and name as a name. Okay, and then we will add this dictionary in the student list. So we will call append method and add it. Okay. So what will happen? Based on the count, that many times this statement will run. Every time it will run, then it will ask user to input. When the user input, it will assign to the roll number. Then again the name input, it will assign to the name. And then every time create a student dictionary. In that dictionary, role key will be assigned with the role value and name key will assign with the name value. And that student dictionary will add in a student list. Okay. And then we will create a okay, and then we will create a file object. Okay, file object and open the file. So open method will will allow us to create a file. If you open the file in the W mode, then if a file does not exist, it will create it. Okay, but I've already created the file. So what I'll do, I'll just open the file in the read mode. Sorry, in the append mode. So this file is a binary, as I told you earlier lessons, that the file, if you open the binary file, then have like append mode, then have A, B. That means we will append the content, that is the binary content, the textual content, and in the binary file B. B specify the binary, A specify for the appending. Okay, now we have already imported the pickle method. Then here we will use the pickle library dump method to write the file content, and file reside in the student list. Sorry, file. This is the file. So then we will dump the method. Then we need to pass two parameters. First is the list or the object where all the file content to be write, and second thing is the file object. So our file object is the file. So this will be right. So what it does, it write the all list items inside this file object. So dump method require two input, that is mandatory parameter. One is the list object that need to be passed, and second is the file object. And then as I did not use the file, so I need to close this file. So every time keep in mind that once you've opened the file, your processing done, you need to close this file. Now I use a simple print specifier for formatting purpose. So I use here asterisk and asterisk 50 will print this asterisk 50 times. Now I accept the G role from the user to be searched like str and input into role for search. What will happen during the line? This roll number to be searched will be assigned to this value 0, this variable. Okay. Now we will create a found str string with empty string value. Now open the file object again. We will create another file object. Okay. We will create another file object. Another file object. In this time, we will be opening the file for the binary file for the reading mode. Okay, so we will open the file, same file .3.dat, but in this time in the reading mode, and the file is binary, so the mode will be the RB. Okay, now we will declare a list object, and inside the list object I will calling inside this list object I will be assigning the all the content from the that file by reading the that .3.dat file inside the list object. So for reading the file I use the pickle. Reading the binary file I use the pickle method called load, and load require one parameter called file object. Okay, so this time I'm applying the file object 2. So what will do, and then I need to close this file also. Okay, now what happened now, everything was inside this file will be passed on to this list object. Now we will be use list to processing and searching, right? So use for loop for each record in list. That is list now as a iterable object because it is storing the list. So everything will be in the collection in this list collection. Now and it will be retrieved in the form of record. Okay. Now if check that g roll in record that roll, make sure you have to use the same specifier index specifier that will return the value. Okay, if exists, then what will do? Return the found str, new found str value, old found str, old found str, no, sorry, new found str equal to record name. Okay, so record here. Here the roll number we need to search. We need to pass the roll number and need to search the roll name of that student. Okay, so here name, right? Now check that if found str equal to empty, it means that nothing match because only match then only this string will be initialized. So now I'm checking that if a string is null, that is same as it is here, it means that the roll number given input does not exist in the list in the file. So I print message, sorry, roll number not found, else I'll print message roll number found and name is a found str. Okay, and then I already closed the file. That's okay. So now it's time to run this program and see how it works. There is an error that I need to fix. So what is okay. Three. Roll number one, name Ram. Oh, there is an error. What is error? Is wrong. Okay, so let me run this. Count three. Roll one, Ram. Roll two, Khan. Roll three, Singh. Singh. Now it's prompting me. If you notice that this print is this output, so this line basically this output. So if you want to do separate the line, I use this kind of statement. Now I want to do search student 3. Oh, there is an error. What is invalid file location? Why? Oh, it's a blunder. Ah, I use wrong expression. I instead in place of D, I input D. So that is my typo mistake and it makes a blunder. A simple typo mistake makes your program, blunder. So make sure you type correctly. And now I'm running this program again, for which you can see the output, right? So here, number of students is 3. Now, first I'm this line run. Now, roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, now roll number 3. It is again showing something error. That roll number record. So it is showing me this typing mistake again. So you need to be careful while doing this kind of typing. So make sure you're wrong. Now again run this program and see the output. Must run true this time. Let me again clear because you can see the exactly how programming showing the output, right? So it's 2, 3. Let me 1 Ram 2 Khan 3 sing sing. Now I'm starting 3. And what is happening now? It's showing me string it must be integer. Line number 23 is string be integer, right? In integer, right? So it should be like this way. Right? So this way you can be integer, right?